everyone. What I want to talk to you about today is how I handle the emotional stress of chronic pain. What I want to do is go through a list of ideas that I frequently turn to when I'm feeling the most stress or pressure created by my disability and the chronic pain that I experience. When my pain is at the worst, I focus on going a day at a time. When this is too much, I focus on going an hour at a time. What I mean by this is that I let go of my goals that are going to take some time to complete. I also don't think about upcoming appointments. What I focus my time and energy on is what is needed for the here and now. It may mean talking to a close friend. It could mean going onto Facebook and writing a post to any of the hip groups that I'm a part of. There's extensive problems with my hips if you don't know that, and that's why I use the example of posting to a hip group. But I just focus on the here and now and living in the moment. And that takes pressure off of me. What I'm working on in my life right now, and most of my goals are long term. The physiotherapy I'm in is ongoing. There's no particular completion date. Eventually it's going to end up in a holding pattern. Other projects I have on the go right now also aren't going to come to a completion anytime soon. And so it helps me to not be focused on these projects that are big, but on the here and now. Another idea that I employ is eating my favorite meal or dessert. This isn't automatically a high calorie or meal that's filled with chocolate and sugar and ice cream, but it's what I enjoy to eat. The effects of using chronic pain medication dull the taste buds. And so there's times when I would like to have a meal that I can really taste what I'm eating. And so this is part of what I mean by having my favorite meal or dessert. It has a strong enough taste to it that I can enjoy it more than knowing that I'm eating something healthy. Related to my hip disease, I talk about things that I look forward to doing when I've completed my hip replacement surgery recovery. That is as far as I can practically go. And I make a list of these things. Perhaps you can work out your own list depending on what is wrong with your body. And what I'm talking about in terms of making a list is putting it somewhere that you're going to see it and keep you inspired. For example, your bedroom or bathroom mirror. And it's going to give you something to look forward to. When we work hard to accomplish a goal, completing it is really special. And that sense of achievement, it's well earned. And so this is my thought behind making a list of steps to complete and goals to work towards and look forward to. When I'm dealing with a lot of emotional stress, I make sure that I have enough sleep. I just canceled my Christmas Day plans because I was needing more sleep than I was needing with time with people. I had a setback with my disability on December the 24th. I knew I was going to be in extensive pain on Christmas Day this year. It was more important to me to be able to take care of my body. When I haven't had enough sleep, I don't cope well with the stress that I face in managing my disability and managing my day-to-day life. I listen to music to help me cope with stress. I especially like the Brooklyn Tabernacle Choir music. It's very inspirational to me. So your go-to music may not be church-oriented, but often music can help you when you're in the toughest of situations that isn't going to immediately end. The days that are really hard to face are the most rewarding and give me a true appreciation of how far I've come in my life. I started having very, very serious hip challenges as an adult in 2006. So at the time of making this video, I've now completed 10 years of treatment. And I do a far better job now of handling and managing my physical disability than I did in 2006. Having time to reflect on this helps me when in the present situation it's very difficult to deal with. Also, when you're facing oncoming adversity in your life, it gives you a real appreciation of life and what you're fighting for. So for me, I'm very passionate about my independence. That isn't to say that I'm not willing to ask for help, but it's asking for help for the right things. So I want to encourage you to show appreciation for the life that you have. As well, I reflect on rewarding moments that would not have otherwise occurred in my life if I not had my physical disability and chronic pain. The healthcare journey that I've been on has given me insight into the lives of other people who are struggling. I've had numerous conversations on the side of the road when someone just wanted an ear and someone to listen to them who would understand. These types of things, as well as being able to speak into people's lives who are struggling, have become very rewarding and an extension of the journey that I've been on. Also, it's very hard to hold emotional stress in. For me, it's really important to have some people in my life, both who I know in person as well as people online, that I can talk to and have come with me as I journey through my healthcare treatment. That perspective of not being alone in this is really important. I try very hard to keep my disability in perspective of the rest of my life. By this, I mean the chronic pain I experience and the use of my electric wheelchair are facts about me, but they aren't who I am. They aren't what my friends think about when they are reflecting on me. So you need to have a separation of facts about you and what your character is. You know, are you someone who supports other people? Are you making yourself available to listen when someone's hurting? Do you call a friend and say, I'm just thinking about you today? Or email or text message a friend, say, you're on my mind, I just wanted to say hi. You know, being someone that cares goes a great distance. And it really keeps in perspective the challenges that you're facing with your health. Crying is good for a soul. It's like hitting the pressure relief valve when there aren't words to describe the frustration and the anguish that you're going through. It's important to me not to keep bottled up how I'm feeling and the challenges that I'm going through on a day-to-day basis. And God's given me some men in my life that I can talk to, and I realize they aren't me and they don't have the same set of challenges, but they try their best to support and encouraging me when I'm either weak from pain, when I'm weak from the broken sleep that I experience, or when I'm really frustrated of when I hear of more government cutbacks to social services and socialized health care. So there's a time and a place for crying. You can't be caught in a constant cycle of depression, and if you're always down, there is help available and support from your family doctor. I'm talking about the occasional cry when that's the words to express what you're feeling. And finally, when my pain is at its worst, I focus on what is necessary for living. Essentially, clothing, heat, food, and sleep. You know, household chores don't matter when you're in severe pain. They will work themselves out in the long run. So there's an order of priorities where you aren't necessarily the caregiver or taking an active role in raising your child and could rely on your spouse when you're feeling a lot of stress and pressure resulting from your disability. It's called teamwork, and it's keeping in perspective that the little things are the little things, and what matters here and now is taking care of your body. So I've not tried to oversimplify this. I want to share with you how I deal with my long-term disability. I do know each of us face our own challenges People with mental health may not have an outward sign like my wheelchair that they're struggling, but their struggles are just as real. I'm not sure which of these will be helpful to those who are dealing with mental health issues, but I hope it has got you thinking through what you can do to help yourself, and then giving you inspiration to keep pressing forward and work your situation. And I do know God's faithful, and we just need to go a day at a time, or an hour at a time when this is more appropriate. Thank you for this time you spent with me today. I really appreciate it. Bye for now.